The 2019 Hall of Fame class begins with a legendary group of former student athletes. Other teams have been labeled the greatest ever in their respective sport, but in the case of the 1995 Sun Devil women's golf team, it's hard to argue anyone has been greater. They remain the only team to go undefeated at this level, winning most of their matchups in dominating fashion. Under the leadership of Hall of Fame coach Linda Wallerstedt, who won a total of 6 NCAA championships in her career and was herself inducted into the Sun Devil Athletics Hall of Distinction in 2002, the 1995 team included some of the most skilled female golfers of all time, as the lineup featured Heather Bowie, Linda Erickson, Crystal Morgagal, as well as Sun Devil Athletics Hall of Famers Kelly Booth and Wendy Ward. They were able to exceed their potential, crushing the competition on the way to becoming the first collegiate women's golf team to win 3 consecutive national titles. This was not your typical national championship run, as the Sun Devils won the title over second-place San Jose State by an impressive 26 strokes. In 9 of the 10 tournaments during that historic season, a Sun Devil took home an individual title, led by Wendy Ward's 5 and Heather Bowie's 4. Kristen Morgagal won the 1995 individual title, her first as a collegiate golfer. For the first time at the NCAA level, 4 individuals from the same school were named first-team All-Americans, as Wendy Ward, Crystal Morgagal, Heather Bowie, and Kelly Booth all received the honor. All 5 members of the lineup were selected to the Pac-10 All-Conference team. ASU softball great Kaitlin Cochran was both feared and respected by opponents. Recognized nationally as one of the most dangerous hitters of her time, Cochran enjoyed an illustrious career at the plate, posting numbers that still stand at or near the top of the Arizona State record book. Cochran posted single-season school records by hitting .492 and collecting 92 hits in 2007, recording 19 doubles in 2008, and launching 20 home runs in 2009. The 4-time NFCA first-team All-American became the second player in Pac-10 history to be named the conference newcomer of the year in her freshman season, and then go on to earn Pac-10 Player of the Year in each of her final 3 years. Cochran helped establish Arizona State as one of the top programs in the country, as the Sun Devils won the 2008 National Championship while advancing to the Women's College World Series and finishing in the top 10 her other 2 seasons. Cochran was drafted number 1 overall in the 2009 NPF draft by Washington. She went on to spend 4 seasons as a member of Team USA, becoming a 4-time World Cup champion, while also capturing a gold medal at the 2011 Pan American Games. Sarah Stevens put together one of the most decorated careers in the history of the Sun Devil track and field program. Stevens captured a pair of national championships, received 15 All-American honors, and took home 7 Pac-10 championships while wearing the maroon and gold. She dominated the throwing events during her 4 years at ASU, winning the 2007 NCAA Women's Indoor Shot Put, as well as being crowned the 2008 NCAA Women's Discus National Champion. In addition to her success on the indoor team, Sarah was a vital part of an outdoor squad that won the 2007 NCAA Championships, helping the women's program earn a sweep of both the indoor and outdoor national titles that year. She garnered recognition on and off the track, twice being named the U.S. Track and Field Cross Country Coaches Association Scholar Athlete of the Year, receiving the award following the indoor season in 2007, as well as after the 2008 outdoor season. In addition to her success in the indoor shot, she was a 2-time All-American in the outdoor shot put as well. Rounding out her incredible 15 All-American honors, Stevens also was a 2008 Discus All-American. Following her collegiate career, Sarah Stevens continued to compete internationally for USA Track and Field. Baseball star Mike Leake put together one of the most impressive careers ever by a Sun Devil pitcher. In his career, Leake threw 11 complete games and struck out 360 batters. His 40 career wins were second most in school history in the aluminum bat era and the most ever by a 3-year pitcher. Mike Leake put together one of the most dominating seasons by a freshman pitcher In Sun Devil history, he set a new Arizona State freshman record with those 127 innings pitched and his 94 strikeouts, while the 13 wins were tied for the third most in school history by a freshman pitcher. As a sophomore in 2008, Mike finished the season 11-3 with a 3.49 ERA in 121 innings and was named Pac-10 Pitcher of the Year, First Team All-Pac-10, and Second Team All-American by Baseball America and Collegiate Baseball. He threw an incredible 7 complete games as a junior, including 2 straight shutouts and 26 consecutive scoreless innings. Named a unanimous First Team All-American, Leake was selected as the National Player of the Year by the American Baseball Coaches Association. After the completion of his illustrious collegiate career at Arizona State, Leake was the 8th overall pick in the 2009 Major League Draft taken by the Cincinnati Reds. He became the first player since 2000 and the first pitcher since 1995 to debut in the major leagues without ever playing in the minors, as he made the Reds' 2010 opening day roster. Pam Godward set the standard for the Sun Devil women's gymnastics program, helping to establish it as one of the best in the country over the next few decades. A standout gymnast for the Sun Devils from 1977 to 80, Godward became ASU's first female All-American in gymnastics, earning the nation's top honors on the balance beam in each of her final 2 seasons. She was a key member of the 1980 team that finished 9th at that year's AIAW Championships. During Godward's 4 years, Arizona State boasted an incredible dual meet record of 50-22, including a 22-win campaign in 1980, setting a record for most single-season dual wins that still stands today. After her career at ASU, Godward went on to work with young gymnasts, serving as a coach for the Arizona Stingrays gymnastics program. She has mentored several future Division I athletes during her time as a youth coach and remains a part of the program's staff. Earlier this year, Pam received the Green Flag Award for the state of Arizona from the National Association of Women's Gymnastics Judges, an honor given to a member who has made outstanding contributions to the organization, promotes professionalism, and demonstrates leadership. Joe Spagnolo starred at quarterback during one of the most successful periods in Sun Devil football history. Affectionately referred to as Spaghetti Joe, the 3-year starter compiled a 27-4 record during his time as the quarterback in Tempe, operating one of the most prolific offenses in college football. Joe ended his outstanding career with over 4,500 passing yards and 36 touchdowns, both of which represented school records at the time of his graduation. The 2-time first-team All-Western Athletic Conference pick was named the 1970 WAC Offensive Player of the Year after a tremendous senior campaign. Spagnolo mastered legendary head coach Frank Cush's scheme, eventually leading Arizona State to arguably its most dominant season in program history. The 1970 Sun Devils went 11-0 with Spagnolo quarterbacking an offense that averaged almost 37 points per game, second most in the nation. The Sun Devils defeated North Carolina 48-26 in the 3rd annual Peach Bowl, battling through blizzard-like conditions in Atlanta, Georgia to secure the victory. Spagnolo ranked 4th in passing touchdowns with 19 and was 15th in the nation in passing yards that season with 2,146. Spagnolo still holds several school records, including the most total yards gained in the first game of the season, as he collected 359 yards of total offense in a 48-26 win over Minnesota in 1969. Joe completed 290 passes for 4,551 yards, averaging almost 16 yards per completion, the most among ASU quarterbacks with 200 to 300 career completions. After the conclusion of his college career at Arizona State, Joe Spagnolo was signed as a free agent by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1971. Brett Wallerstedt made an impact in Tempe that is still felt today. Wallerstedt collected 362 total tackles over his 4-year career. That is the 4th highest total in Arizona State history. Brett became a household name after a breakout sophomore season in which he hit the century mark in total tackles, finishing with 109. During a junior year in which he emerged as one of the top linebackers in the country, Wallerstedt made 122 total tackles, with 87 of them solos. After a standout senior campaign, Brett was recognized nationally as one of the top defensive players in all of college football, earning Associated Press third-team All-American honors as well as first-team All-Pac-10 recognition. He finished 1992 with 119 total tackles, 22 of which were tackles for loss, tied for the seventh most in Sun Devil history. He capped his collegiate career by taking home defensive MVP honors in the 1992 East-West Shrine Bowl. In his final 3 seasons in Tempe, Wallerstedt recorded 100-plus tackles, making him the last Sun Devil to have 3 consecutive seasons with 100 or more stops. Brett Wallerstedt went on to be selected in the 5th round of the 1993 NFL Draft by the Phoenix Cardinals, before going on to play for the St. Louis Rams and Cincinnati Bengals. Congratulations to the 2019 Sun Devil Athletics Hall of Fame class.